eyebrows. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, my name is Alexis Jayda and welcome. So in today's video, I'm gonna be doing a get ready with me with Nena, since she's like wide awake. So let's start with the brows. So the other day I tried that all Makiage brow factor and I loved how my eyebrows came out. So we're gonna be doing that today. I'm just gonna apply just a little bit to a mirror and hopefully I can do my eyebrow with Nena in my arm. Going in with the Makeup Shack eyebrow brush, I'm going to pick up some of the product. Wait, the more you tell him like don't, he's like, let's see.
That's so weird, before you could never do that, like your friend was.
I know, and I'm like, alright, I don't give a welcome back. I know, remember? You guys would have to like leave and I'd be like, okay, did they leave it? You know, like I was like, and then sometimes you would stand by the, remember when I would record at Rudy's parents' house? You would stand by the blanket and that's when you caught me dancing, remember? When I had the wig on?
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was like, oh. I was like, oh dude, I was so embarrassed. It's like one of those things where like, what's called, you have like two personalities and they find out who you really are. And it's just like yeah, so even though I'm using a little bit of product, the eyebrow product is still drying very fast. So remember last time I was like, maybe it's because I used too much. No, that's not why. So I'm gonna go in with my makeup removing pads by Salon Perfect, and I'm just going to kind of get that off the brush so that I can apply more, because it's starting to dry down and then it makes it hard for you to work any product through the brush. She passed out. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish this brow and then oh, just kidding. She's a really good baby though. Huh. Oh. But she's like wide awake. She really is a good baby. She really doesn't fuss or whine unless she's hungry or she wants to be like rocked to bed. And I don't gotta like constantly be rocking her because she's fussy or anything. It's just like, oh, just a little woo 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 woo, you know, just to put her to bed and then she's good. Okay, so Nena's chilling. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up my brows. I'm gonna use the Born This Way, the Toofaced. Should I do my makeup look that I did when I gave birth, besides the brows? Let's do it. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Okay, so going in with my Toofaced Born This Way concealer, I did use this concealer to clean up my eyebrows. This is so awesome. If you're debating on whether or not to pick it up or anything and you're like, do I need it? You need it. It is so good. I love it. Full coverage. It kicks butt. The brush I will be using is the Makeup Shack concealer brush. This is so good. Look at her, she's just chilling. She's like, what up? Okay, so we're gonna use this to clean up our brows. So let's talk about one of the main things that I brought up yesterday was my postpartum depression. I had talked to you guys about it previously, that I was really scared. That was one of the big things that I was scared about when I was going to give birth, because I had experienced that with Giovanni. Giovanni was, the postpartum lasted like 2-3 days. It was horrible, you guys. I felt so scared. Even though everything was okay, I felt so scared. And it's one of those things where you can't really describe the feeling of being scared. It felt like I was so high, like the tallest building, and my feet were at the edge. And I was just so ready just to jump. I didn't. I was thinking about, you know, my babies, my husband, my brothers, and thank God I just kept, you know, just telling myself that it was gonna be okay, it was gonna be okay, it was gonna be okay. Even though I felt like it wasn't and I was just so scared, it got easier. Those were the 3 longest days ever. So when I got pregnant with my little Jade, that was one of my fears, is will I have postpartum again, because I had it with Giovanni. I just kept thinking and stuff like, maybe since I've read up on it and stuff, it won't happen. Maybe because things are different, because when I had postpartum we were living with Rudy's parents and stuff, and it was just different living situations and stuff. All of us all downstairs, everything. This time it's different. I'm older, we have a house, things won't be as stressful, you know, I'll have like my own space and everything, because when you're living with somebody else it's always different. even if you guys get along, you guys don't get along, it's always different, that sort of thing, you know. So I kept talking to myself, I'm like, it's gonna be different. I was hoping it was gonna be different. So after I had my daughter, it was great. It was great. Rudy was talking to me and he was like, you know, how are you feeling? I'm like, babe, I'm feeling like pretty good. Like I think it's gonna be okay. And I kept telling him that, like, I think it's gonna be okay. It's great. First day, awesome. It was good. I was pumping, I was, you know, feeding Jade, just so happy. I loved it. First day, it was awesome, you know. Rudy, he's happy. He gets to like hold Jade and everything, and he's just like, it's different this time around. And if you guys watch the video, he goes more into it and stuff of like why it's different and how he can hold her and he's not self-conscious. And I was over the moon. Okay, first day, awesome. Second day, awesome. The pumping and stuff, I was kind of like, oh my gosh, like how come I'm not getting a lot of milk? But I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna get discouraged. This is how, you know, it's happened with the other babies and stuff, like pump and all that, you know. Happy. We're going home, happy. Third day, get home, feeling good, wearing makeup. I say wear makeup and stuff because I feel like makeup, it does like, it's like a boost for me, you know. My appetite is good, I feel good, and I'm like, damn, like this is so good. Like I'm in the clear. We're day 3, I'm good, because the second day with Giovanni, I was already like, okay, like it had kicked in and stuff. I was like, okay, you know, I was comparing it, which I shouldn't have. We have visitors over, everything, you know, I'm like visiting, talking to like my friends and stuff. They're like holding Jade and everything. Rudy's family visits and stuff. They hold Jade, everything's like going pretty okay. What was it, like the 4th, 5th day? I believe, no, it was like the 5th, 6th day. I just get this feeling. It was like a dark cloud just come over me, and it was just like that. Like one moment I was like all happy, and then boom, it was like a gut feeling, like, you know, when you're about to like go over a hump or you're like on a roller coaster, something like that. It was just like and I felt it, and I just started crying to Rudy, and he was like, what's wrong? And I'm just like all sad, and I'm trying to explain to him, like, oh, like I don't know, I just feel scared. It's just so horrible. Like I wouldn't wish this feeling on anybody, and I've always said that I wouldn't wish this feeling on anybody, just because of how horrible it feels. You feel scared, you feel like no one can help you with this feeling. It just feels like you just feel disgusted with yourself. Well, I felt disgusted with myself. Like I was, like I took a shower and I just felt like gross. I didn't know what was, I just felt nasty even talking about it and stuff. Like I just felt like, like you just get like, you just feel gross. And that's how I felt. I just felt like really gross. I didn't know how to explain it. And I was telling Rudy, you know, like I'm sad, and he kept telling me and stuff, like, you know, like everything's gonna be okay. And I was telling him and stuff, like it's that, you know, it's this feeling. And I was telling him and stuff because he was already prepared, because, you know, I was telling him about the Giovanni thing and I was scared and stuff. So he was already like, okay, like we got this, we're gonna hit it head on. I was scared, you know, I was telling him and everything, like I don't know why, like I'm sad, and I was just crying. And at a moment like that, I was so scared. Like I feel like a little kid again, and it makes me so mad, because like the right away I think about, like, I want my mommy, like I want my mom, you know. And it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad because it's like, it just sucks, because I don't have that type of relationship with her, you know. And so it just sucks, because I'm just so scared, and I'm like, I want my mom, you know. And I was just scared. And thank God, like I have Rudy, you know, I have my brothers. Telling Rudy and stuff, like I'm just scared, like I know everything's gonna be okay. And he was gonna have to go back to work, and I was just like kind of freaking out even more, because I'm like, oh great. And he's seen like how scared I was and stuff, so he was like, you know what, I'm gonna call work and I'm gonna get some time and stuff. And I'm like, okay, you know, trying to not, you know, cry even more. And I started distancing myself from like friends and stuff and family. I just kind of shut down, and I didn't want to be around anybody at the time. I was just like, I was like, okay, you know what, everyone already came and saw Jade, okay, cool. Now I just need my time. I just need my time, you know. And it's a feeling that you don't want to, you know, be around. Like when you feel really depressed, you don't want to be around people, even though you like after you get over this little hump, you're like, oh, I should have been around friends, or I should have been you don't want to. You don't want to. And Rudy kept telling me and stuff like, oh, you know, like go to the store with your brother, or you know, go get this. I didn't want to. I didn't want to. Like, you don't want to be out and stuff. One of my friends too, she wrote me and she kind of like felt like something was, you know, going on because I was like distancing myself from her. And she was telling me and stuff like, you know, just like be happy, and you know, I don't know why you feel this way. Things are going so good. And it's like, thanks. That's another thing too, like to tell someone, like, you don't think I know that? You don't think that like I'm so grateful and I shouldn't be feeling like this, and like I hate myself already, like, and then for you to just kind of like shit on me more, it's not helping. And I know it's not people's intentions or anything to like make you feel that way, but it kind of just like, ugh, I don't know how to explain it. It's like one of those things like, you don't think I know that kind of thing. So I started distancing myself even more because I'm like, great, like, you know, a person thinks I'm an asshole, and it was just bad. So that was making me cry even more because I'm like, yeah, I know, like I am so happy. My beautiful baby's here, she's healthy, and everything is just amazing. Like my kids are healthy, and you know, Rudy gets to stay home with me. Like we're okay if he stays home with me for however long. And I have such an amazing FAMBAM because a lot of you are checking up on me. And another thing too, I wasn't hungry. And I know like it's kind of funny and it's kind of not, but I really wasn't eating. I had completely lost my appetite. And when I was going through the postpartum depression with Giovanni, I didn't lose my appetite. So that was something that was hard too, is having to remind myself like, hey, you need to eat, because I did not want to eat. I didn't feel hungry. I didn't want to. And I was like, dang, like in my head, I was thinking, and I was talking to my brother, like, you know that I really feel like shit if I am not hungry. Like, because they kept trying to offer me food. Like, my brother, bless you, my younger brother, he was telling me and stuff like, hey, let's go get some food, let's talk. And I just didn't want to. I didn't want it. My niece brought me like my favorite food. I didn't want it. I just didn't want it. I didn't have the craving for it. I didn't want to eat. I was just so like, oh. And that was something that I've heard of some people saying like, you know, they've lost their appetite and stuff, but I've never really experienced it this hardcore where I didn't want it. But one thing that I am glad that I didn't do was push Jade away. I'm so glad I did not do that, because that was something that I did fear of, me just being like, oh, I just don't want to deal with anything, or me just shut down completely and push her away. I'm so glad that even though I was so sad and I felt, you know, helpless, and I felt gross, and I felt disgusted with myself, and I felt ugly, that I didn't push myself away from Jade, or I wasn't like, I don't want to hold her or anything. Yeah, I'm so glad that didn't happen. Yeah. You good? You get it all out, mamas? You get it out? Yeah? Okay, I gotta go change her. I'll be back. Her little head looks so cute. Anyways, I don't know where I left off. Like, Jade like vomited over me, and I was just like, okay. So my brother was like, you know what, let's go out to eat. You know, maybe that will change things. Maybe things will, you know, you start feeling a little bit better. And I didn't want to eat. I couldn't sleep. My mind was constantly going. I was thinking like the worst. I was thinking like, holy crap, you're 25. like holy crap, you're 25. Not that I was like old or anything, just holy crap, you're 25 and time is moving. Time is going. And I was looking at Noah and I was like, oh my gosh, Noah's 4. I got him when I was 21. Look, 4 years already passed. And I just kept thinking like, oh my gosh, time is just going. I can't hold on to time. I can't pause time. You can't freeze time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't wait for anybody. I was just going in that motion, and I was just freaking myself out. I was crying. I was scared. I'm just like, holy crap, like this is where I'm at 25, and I'm just scared. And I was like, but I got an early start. I started my family sooner because I'm not going to be like this many old and having my first. Like, I was just trying to make myself better, and then I was like freaking myself out because I'm like, dang, what if this happens? And just like really scared, you know. And I kept thinking like, God forbid something happens and stuff and we have to like evacuate. Really freaked out because I was thinking like, oh my gosh, what if Martin's at work and something happens? How is this gonna happen? We don't know how to swim. What if there's a flood? Like, I was thinking about just so many things freaking myself out, crying, and it was one of those cries where I could not stop. I cannot stop, and I just wanted this feeling just to go away. I wanted it to go away. I wanted it to go away. I kept taking showers and stuff, just hoping that when I got out of the shower, everything would be better. Because sometimes when I would take showers and stuff, or even when I was driving, I don't know if this goes for you guys or for anybody else, but I feel like I start getting motivated. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And when I get out of the shower, nothing happens, but I still feel like, okay, like I feel good, you know? So I was hoping that maybe I was gonna have that sort of feeling, but I didn't. And it just sucked. And I kept reading up on things like, you know, how long does depression last, and for some people it was just a couple weeks, some people it was a couple months, and some people it was just years. And I was scared because I was like, what if this time I have it for months or even years? Like, what if I never feel like me again? What if this time I never, you know, get back to being, you know, Alexis? I was just freaking myself out, and I was trying to explain this to like Rudy. I was trying to explain it to my brothers and stuff. Like, it's just something that I can't just boom and things are normal. Because if it was that freaking easy, I would have did it from the get. Like, who wants to torture themselves with having these nasty feelings or feeling so disgusted with themselves? You know, like, who wants to be like, you know what, today I want to make myself feel this freaking small, and I want to be at the verge of losing my shit. And I'm not gonna say the magic word, even though I know the magic word to make me feel better. I'm not gonna do it. Nobody. So it was just really hard, because I was like, I would, you know, tell them like, who wants this feeling? And then I would feel so bad, and I'd be like, oh my god, like, you know, don't hate me, like, you know. And I was scared, like, oh my gosh, like, what if something happens to Rudy, like, you know, and then what? And then what? Like, I will never meet anybody, you know, like Rudy. And I was like getting sad, and I was like telling Rudy, like, I have to die before you, and I have to die before my brothers. I have to be the first to go in my whole little bunch. I have to, because my heart wouldn't take it. It wouldn't. And this was a huge trigger while I was going through this. I was just like, there's no way. My brothers were telling me like, you know, Jade, stop, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. And I was like, no, like, you guys, like, I have to be the one to go first, okay? You know, before you, before Rudy, like, I have, before anybody, I have to be the first to go, because God forbid what it would do to me. Like, I would never be the same. And that was, and it was like, everything's gonna be okay. But when I go, like, it was just bad. I don't know how to explain it. It was horrible. And it was like that for like a good 2 weeks, just me constantly just, you know, feeling like helpless. So days kept passing, and I kept feeling the same. And my brothers, they went to Texas, and that was something where I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm going to flip once they leave, because I kept feeling like I was annoying Rudy, you know, annoying Rudy and not being able to like snap out of it and stuff. I was like I'm annoying him. And if I annoy my brothers, it's different. Like, it's a different kind of like, you know, like if I annoy my brothers and stuff, like, you know, they'll tell me like, wait, shit, whatever, and like, we'll like cat and dogs and stuff, but it's just different. Like, I didn't want to like piss off Rudy, you know. So when they left, I was like, great, like, what am I gonna do and stuff? And my brother hugged me and stuff. He was like telling me and stuff, like, everything's gonna be okay, don't be sad, listen to your music. And I hate the music that I listen to. It's like music that like came out in like 2009, you know. So they left, and me and Rudy just like got into like a couple of Netflix shows. We got into quite a few, and we were just watching them. That was starting to like help. The days were kind of getting a little bit easier. I started noticing like, okay, today wasn't as bad, and I just started getting a little bit easier and easier.
My baby's hungry. Bust out that titty. She's hungry. Oh, I'm sorry, is it the beard? She's like, gotta bust your titties out. Sorry,
yeah,
young
she's
lady.
being too fussy or what?
Huh? Yeah, she wants some titty. Look, I can tell that. Yeah, there's milk in there.
Okay, so Jade's hungry. So it was just like, it was getting better slowly but slowly, but I kept thinking like, nah, like it's all in my head, because that's what I thought about Giovanni, that like it was only gonna be 2 days and now it's going on like 2 weeks, and I was just like, you know, freaking out. I was slowly starting to talk to my friends again, you know, answering them and hey, hi, and I'm so glad for like the friends who were like understanding and who weren't like mad, because I do have a few friends who were kind of like pissed off and, you know, didn't really understand, which kind of irritates me, but I'm kind of glad that I kind of see now, because I'm just like, But for the friends and family and FAMBAM who were more than understanding and stuff, thank you guys so much, because I'm now out of my funk and I'm like starting to feel better and everything. But that was a huge trigger, is my age, where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm 25. In 5 years, she's gonna be going to school. 5 years is gonna be like tomorrow. And then what? Where are we gonna be then? What are we gonna be doing then? What is gonna be happening then? And I just kept like I wanted to know. Like I wanted a book. I wanted a book of my life. And then I was like, dang. I wanted a book of my life of like what's gonna happen. I wanted to know so that I would be okay, you know? My brothers being gone and stuff, it was pretty hard, because they're like my best friends. My brothers are my best friends, okay? They seriously know all the chisme that goes on in my life. They know everything. Like, if I ever go missing, my brothers are gonna know what I left in, what was going on, what was the latest drama, who was the last person I talked to. My brothers are super duper close to me, and I tell them everything, like everything. Rudy and my brothers, they know everything, okay? Like anything happened with, oh, so-and-so, my brothers know. Oh, this, my brothers know. Like my brothers know everything. Rudy knows everything. So that was kind of hard for me to be away from them, because I haven't really been far away from my brothers. So I was kind of like, ugh, like it was something that was kind of hard, but I got through it. My brother Snapchatted me and stuff, let me know what was going on, and you know, with the family out there, my sister, my brother, my grandma, you know, kind of just like keeping me updated and everything. So they were keeping me updated and stuff. Days were getting a little easier and easier as time was going on. I was starting to realize it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like it's a nice day today. Like it's really nice. Like it was getting easier. I was talking to you guys on Snapchat. A lot of you guys don't even know, but you guys helped me a lot. And we were talking and stuff. I would just talk to you guys, and you guys were just so sweet. Like, oh, how's everything? We talk about, you know, other things besides about like me, you know, me feeling sad, and you guys were helping me, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I got off Snapchat and I was like really happy. Instagram, whatever social media I was on and stuff, I would talk to you guys, and you guys would like make me feel better, and it was just really helping me out a lot. So thank you guys for that. I got my appetite back. I think, when was it? I got my appetite back, and I was like, okay, it's getting better. It's getting better. And now I feel not like 100% me, but I feel like 95% me, which I'll take that any day. But yeah, now I feel good. Sat down and recorded, and I was like, hi. Like I just feel good. And then my brothers came home, and my brother was like, how you feeling? You wanna go get something to eat? And I was like, yeah, let's go get something to eat. Pumped the bottles for Jade and stuff, so I felt good leaving. She's good with Rudy, you know, nothing's gonna happen. Like you see, like knock on wood. And we left. We were gone for like 30 minutes, came back, and it was good. Like everything's good, and I was like, okay, like it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, you know? I let my fear control a lot of what I do, like a lot. Like how long did it take me to get on a plane? Forever. Because I'm always scared of like the what if. I had friends and I had companies that I work with tell me like sending me like percentages of like getting in a car accident is this, and you know, like it sucks living with depression and anxiety, because you let a lot of things pass by because you're so scared of living. So me slowly like starting to feel better and like being like it's gonna be okay helps so much. I got to actually like have a good night's sleep and everything, and just enjoy things even more, you know? I don't want to like not live life or anything. So now I feel good. Now I feel good. A lot of you wanted to know if I'm going to start working out right away, since I was working out before I got pregnant. And yes, as soon as I go to my appointment, which is like in 2 weeks, hopefully I get the okay. I feel really good. Even before I hit my my depression and stuff, like, and I just like the recovering and stuff was like really good. I wasn't even in a lot of pain. I started feeling a lot of pain when I started pumping because it contracts your uterus, and I didn't even know. It was so freaking painful. It felt like I was having contractions all over again. But other than that, I wasn't like hurting. I wasn't in a lot of pain or anything where I needed like to be on medication or anything. Okay, so I'm going to be going in with the LA Girl Just Blushing. This is a blush and just bare. I like using this as a contour because I feel like it is so pretty and it goes on the skin, looks really nice. But that is just something I've been using a lot. Vanessa from LA Girl told me about using the blush like that, and it has been awesome ever since. We're gonna go into another blush, which is the Morphe Blush Trio, and this one is Pop of Coral. So we're gonna use the Makeup Shack T30. I'm gonna use these two shades right here, so just boom, 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 and smile. And this look is taking me long because I'm talking and stuff, but it's so quick. Like day 1 in the hospital, that was kind of different because I was hurting a lot. But day 2, boom, did it. Day 3, boom, did it. 4, boom, did it. It was super duper easy. Put it on, get it done, super, super easy. Like once you get your, if you apply too much, just go over with your beauty sponge. Now I'm gonna go in with the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Lip Liner, and this is in Blaze. Just because it says a lip liner does not mean I'm going to use it as a lip liner. I'm going to use it for underneath my eye, my waterline. Boom. It's so pigmented and like so vibrant. It just really catches the eye. Now going back in with my Urban Decay Born to Run. This palette is so freaking awesome. I love using it. I'm going to go in with Wild Heart. I'm gonna go into this new year positive, happy, and setting monthly goals. Monthly goals is what's going to be able to do it for me. So I wasn't really hurting a lot. Like after, like this pregnancy was different. Like after I gave birth to her and stuff, I wasn't really hurting. The only thing that really started hurting is when I started breastfeeding and I'm using the pump because you're contracting your uterus, and that's painful. It feels like freaking contractions, and I was like holding on to my stomach and I was hurting, and they did prescribe me medication and stuff, but I didn't want to take it because everything I'm eating she's gonna eat, so I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, other than that it was good. All the other times when I had to go number 2, it hurt. Okay, I was like seriously like shaking, where when I went number 2 it was so painful. So that's why when I was talking in my birth video, I was like, I'm so scared to go number 2, is because all 4 of my experiences with my babies, going restroom hurt so much. And this time I was like, okay, it didn't hurt. It was good. I was just like, damn, this awesome, 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 awesome. Did not hurt. My bleeding wasn't really that heavy either. It was just, wow. Awesome. Super happy that I didn't have that sort of pain, and that's why that's why you guys see me sitting up when Woody took a picture of me, because the nurses were asking if I could write down products that I recommend, products that I like and stuff. That's why I was sitting up, because I wasn't really in a lot of pain. And yeah, it was freaking awesome. I was like, oh heck yeah. And it was so cool. The nurses were so sweet. They were super duper nice. They wanted me to stay a little bit later to help them like go step by step with doing their makeup and stuff. But I told them that I wanted to get home to my babies, but I could write it on a piece of paper for them. And I kind of like, you know, gave them the price point of what the product and everything. It was so cool. I really liked it. I like doing what I'm doing. I'm very grateful for it. So being able to, you know, tell them like, oh, this is a product, and they were like, oh my gosh, you know, you're ready and stuff. Like most people and stuff, they just want to relax and stuff. But no, I got up, did my makeup and everything, got ready, you know. So that was pretty cool for them to be like, you know, making me feel cool. I was like, oh, thanks. But yeah, besides me going through my depression and stuff, it's been amazing. So happy, so grateful. She is such a good baby. She really is. I love her so much. So much hair. That's what the nurses kept saying. She has so much hair. And I was like, I know, like it's so much hair. But I'm glad that she had a lot of hair, because oh, I had so much heartburn. I had crazy heartburn. You guys see me with the Tums. It was just constantly Tums. Anything I ate, I needed to have Tums. I know some people think it's like, oh, it's a myth or it's an old lifestyle, but even the nurses were like, oh, you must have had a lot of heartburn. And even when I went to her first doctor appointment, you must have had a lot of heartburn. It's just one of those things where it's like, yeah. That's what a lot of people wanted to know is about. It's about the postpartum, because not a lot of people talk about it and not a lot of people are open, and I'm pretty open about quite a few things. So yeah, and if me talking about it helps you guys not feel alone, or you guys can relate, that makes me even more happy, so you don't feel alone. Every time I'm going through something, I freaking Google, I freaking YouTube. I'm like, I can't be the only person going through this. I can't. And then when I find somebody and I can relate to them, I'm just like, oh my gosh, thank God. Because you feel alone, you know, you feel very, very alone. You feel like no one understands. And then if you talking to like a family member or a significant other or a best friend and they're just like, I don't get it, you kind of feel even more alone, and then you feel kind of crazy, like, damn, I really am like crazy then, or what? Freaking awesome when you find someone that you can relate to and you're just like, yes, this person gets me, because you don't feel so alone. Oh, my bottom lash line. I was like, what the heck? I've been loving the Lancome mascara. Even though it's kind of pricey, it is worth it. It is so good. Oh, and thank you guys so much for all the freaking love that I got on my haircut, me cutting my hair. There was like 3 people who were like, no, because I cut my hair. All the other, you guys were freaking so happy that I cut my hair. You guys were like, yes, that I look younger. So I was like, oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. It seriously picked me up even more that you guys love the haircut, because I was like, oh gosh, I wonder what they're gonna think, you know, because not a lot of people like change, but you guys were for it. You guys were like, hell yeah. And some of you guys were like, I'm gonna cut my hair now because you did it and your hair was longer than mine. And I was like, I can't do it. So it's like so cool. So I'm like, air, high five. So I keep getting interrupted in this video. I'm usually recording when the kids are at school and stuff, and it's a Sunday, so it's been kind of busy, all that good stuff. But yeah. Hopefully this video you guys understand and I'm not like rambling. You know how sometimes where you think you have a good idea and you're like, oh yeah, let's chat and let's sit down, and then you feel like you don't make any sense and you're just like, yeah. That's how I kind of feel right now. I feel like, did I even make sense? Did you guys even understand what I was saying? Did I even really say anything, or was I just everywhere? And it's like, will you guys understand me? Then it's like, is there people who talk like me? Yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helps some of you guys, and hopefully this answers some of the questions that you guys had about how I dealt with my depression and stuff. I basically just took it day by day, having my husband, having my kids, and just constantly telling myself that it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, because it is going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And for some, telling someone like, hey, just be happy, it will work. And for others like me, just dealing with myself, distancing myself and stuff, like whatever works for you works for you. Just find your, you know, your whatever works for you, your own like little formula will work for you. Okay, my baby's calling me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Te quiero mucho. Besos a todos. And if you guys have any more questions and you guys want me to answer them, please leave them down below and I will do it in another question and answer video. I love you guys so much, and if you guys have any questions, nothing is off limits, nothing is too much information, no TMI. You guys know that I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.